You and Fidel go way back, right? What's his relationship with you-know-who?
Well, they're like a big brother and little sister to each other. No, wait, it's the other way around.
So they really are like that?
Hold on there, ma'am. Does that mean you've got your sights set on Fidel?
No, I already have them set on someone else.
You do? That someone wouldn't happen to be dependable old big brother figure me, would it?
Ha, I'll add you to the list of candidates.
One time, when Fiddly and I were little, we got lost while playing on a mountain and had to spend the night there. I was 6 when it happened, and Fiddly was 11, I think.
I didn't know you were so mischievous.
I got scared and started to cry. So Fiddly tried to make me feel better, saying, "Calm down, there's nothing to worry about." But when I woke up in the morning, Fiddly's eyes were all puffy and red. Apparently, he'd been crying during the night.
Well, that's to be expected from a young child, after all.
But every time I tell this story, he insists that he never cried. He says that I just made that part up.
Men are like that. Show him some sympathy.
Miki, are you being a part of the team and pulling your own weight? You're not just bumbling around and holding everyone back, are you?
I'm fine. I might not look it, but I'm actually a lot stronger now. What about you, Ted? You're not slacking now that Fiddly's not around, are you?
Hey, I'm still an assistant instructor, you know. I teach the village children about swordsmanship. Don't you worry.
What about your own training? You're not skipping out on that, are you? So you are slacking. I knew it. You're a lost cause.
What do you think of children who are selfish?
They should be scolded. The earlier they learn that such behavior isn't appropriate, the better.
I don't want to challenge your parenting style, but I think kids need to be somewhat selfish in order to develop a sense of independence, especially if you want them to be researchers.
Courtesy goes hand in hand with swordsmanship, and children are blank slates, making their need for guidance all the more important.
We both come from remarkably different backgrounds. It's no wonder we don't see eye to eye on this issue.
What's wrong, Miki?
It's a frog.
Just calm down a little. The frog's up and gone.
Really? Are you sure?
I see you still hate frogs. Seriously, what harm could one ordinary frog do?
I understand that, but they're still scary.
Come to think of it, we sure have grown in numbers.
Oh, we have, Fiddly. And now you're surrounded by beautiful women. Aren't you the luckiest guy in the whole continent? While we're on that topic, which of us do you think is the cutest, Fiddly? Is it Fiore? Or maybe Anne?
You're cuter than anyone I know.
What did you just say, Fiddly?
Miki, I've been taking care of you since we were kids. You're like a little sister to me. Of course I think you're the cutest. Miki, what's wrong?
It's nothing. Just let me enjoy this moment in peace.
We should head northeast. That way, we'll arrive at the far end of eastern Trécœur, and we can rendezvous with the other members of the detachment.
The lieutenant's too soft on you, Fidel. I understand the appeal of doting on a young disciple, but that's no reason to involve civilians in military matters.
Hey, my dad's trained me longer than him.
So what if he has? That's mere nitpicking. Not once during my service have I ever known Lieutenant Oakville to be late to a rendezvous. Especially not so he could listen to someone's anecdotes. I swear, what's gotten into that man?
Ah, Fidel. According to my latest intelligence, Eidolon and Trécœur were apparently both receiving aid from the same organization.
See,
I don't know the leader's name, but he or she is referred to as General, and is feared by everyone in it.
General?
It's still uncertain whether this person is truly a high-level military official or has just adopted that moniker. But if you find out, please let me know.
I will.
Well, well, well. If it ain't Advisor Camuse's heir. Come to give your dad a hand in this fight, I see?
That's not it at all.
Being a dutiful son's nothing to get all flushed in the face about. It's a good thing.
Sorry you won't get to fight beside your dad. So close, but so far away.
Whatever. It's not like I joined this operation so I could meet him or anything.
Is that so?
It is.
What's the theory behind how those gleaming sticks work? Could we possibly do something similar using signets? This is right up everyone at the Institute's alley. I'm sure if I told them about it, none of them would be able to sleep until they'd worked it out. But you have to sleep at some point. Otherwise, your performance is going to suffer considerably. You ideally want to stay up for 18 hours at most. Actually, I'd gladly sleep that much any day, given the opportunity. That way my skin would be in much better condition. Although mine could never hold a candle to Miki's. That youthful elasticity of hers is simply bewitching. Youth is definitely the most powerful weapon on the battlefield of love. Speaking of weapons, I wonder how those gleaming sticks work.
I know your skills are formidable, but do not let your guard down. I could never face your father if something were to happen to you.
Don't worry. Dad wouldn't shed a single tear if I died.
I know Master Camuse has been away from home most of these past 5 years. I assure you, though, that is only because there are more incidents involving signets now.
Involving signets?
No, you don't want to hear this from me. You will have ample time to discuss this topic with your father once the operation is over, which I suggest you do.
All soldiers form up! Don't let the enemy use their gleaming sticks. If by chance you do, don't let them hit you. No matter what. Those weapons may be intimidating when wielded by a group, but they're nothing individually. Remember, we have chosen this plan precisely because it provides the main force a strategic advantage. Should we fail, all it will provide them is a swift death. Now go and do us proud! We shall now commence Operation Snake Eyes. All units, move out!
Lady Brunelli, Fidel, Miki, let's move.
No fear!
Emerson?
That can wait until the battle's over. First,
Is that Emerson? Emerson and
Fidel, concentrate on the enemies in front of you.
Mission accomplished. We've weakened the enemy forces.
What happens if Emerson?
Definitely not the time for noise. This whole mission is
No fear!
Why not to get it over your head?
Yes, this is the end of the road.
What are you doing? There are hardly any of them! Trample them if you have to!
Get ready for some pain!
Looks like they're coming. Don't push yourself too hard.
Form a wall around me! Do your duty and protect me!
We need to take out as much of these things as possible.
I've got your back. Together we'll show them the wrath.
Let's finish this operation as quickly as possible.
Ah, that might just work.
Rasulian soldiers have been spotted infiltrating the eastern gates. We'll be caught between two separate forces if we don't do something.
I'll show those plane squatters mercy this time! Come on, you bastards! Let's bolt!
You promised us!
I'm sorry.
If you're not gonna punch the living daylights out of them, then I definitely will. What are you doing? Why won't you let me at them?
Punching them won't solve any of our problems, Miki. The only thing it'll prove is that your fist can bruise just like anyone else's.
What are we going to do now?
It seemed as if we vastly underestimated the extent to which Kronos values Relia. We never thought they would go to such lengths to obtain her. And as you already know, we have neither our ship nor a clue as to her whereabouts.
Great, so we can't do anything.
I assure you that rescuing Relia is just as important to the Federation as it is to you.
So you'll help us pry her from their clutches?
Of course.
Sadly, we have no leads.
Did you also lose all that stuff along with your ship?
What stuff?
You know, the data we retrieved from the laboratory before it exploded. Do you still have any of it?
Ah,
Oh, how unlike me. That completely slipped my mind.
I guess I got mentally tripped up too. So, we might have something after all, huh?
We'll go right to the Symbological Research Facility and review the data there.
How long will that take?
1 or 2 hours at most.
Please don't come back empty-handed.
I won't.
Okay, then let's reconvene in this room when we're done.
Situation permitting, I'll also lend a hand.
Thank you.
They left behind some transmissions between them and another facility.
What's that mean for us?
It means there's someone else involved.
I see. So you're implying that the enemy must have at least one more base of operations besides that research facility.
Is Relia there?
I can't say for sure. It is, however, worth investigating. Even if we don't find her, we'll likely come away with some helpful information anyway.
The unfortunate thing is we haven't identified its location.
But you know where to start, right? Let's hear it.
Very well. All signs point to Kronos engaging in the study of symbometrics.
Symbometrics?
We have techniques that resemble what the people on your planet have termed signaturgy, but we call them symbology. Examining those techniques scientifically and systemizing them is called symbometrics. Regrettably for us, Kronos' advancements in this field make us seem like barbarians by comparison.
So you can't analyze them?
Sadly, no.
Wow. From my point of view, you two can do almost anything.
We have no recourse since there is no database from which to draw precedent. Also, I'd venture your planet's signaturgy is almost as advanced as our symbology.
You think so?
If my theory is correct, then we could analyze the various energy wave patterns emitted by signaturgical techniques and run them past the quad scanner's AI, which might allow us to detect some waves that Kronos' symbology-based equipment could not. Fiore, would you be willing to impart the full extent of your signaturgical knowledge to us for this purpose?
If you were just a nosy scholar, my only response would be 3 swift kicks to the shins. But for Relia's sake, I'll do it.
Thank you so very much.
I'm getting butterflies in my stomach just thinking how my knowledge could open up a new world to everyone.
Then I shall get started on the recording process immediately. Afterwards, I'll set to analyzing all the information we obtained. A word of caution, though. Depending on the volume of data, the process could take an exceedingly long time.
Well, it is what it is. No helping that. So how much time do you think you'll need?
I assume one night will be sufficient.
All night.
It would only be an instant if we had our ship.
There's no need to get anxious now. Let's get some sleep and then reconvene on the morrow.
But there's still...
But there's still what? Out with it.
There's still nothing more than hypotheses. If only we could find Kronos' main research facility, or perhaps if we...
If you find out anything else, be sure to tell me. What are you doing up this late at night?
Nothing much.
I'm so sorry I couldn't keep my promise to protect Relia.
Chin up, Emerson. I know full well that Relia's predicament isn't your guys' fault. If anyone should be sorry, it's me, not you. There's no excuse for the way I've behaved toward you recently.
And with that manly apology of yours goes the last shred of my dignity.
I know you feel bad, but Relia's safety is more important than any of our feelings. We can't get her back without you.
You have my word for sure this time. I'll do whatever it takes to save Relia. Done with the analysis?
That we are, sir. We were able to confirm trace energy readings that emanate from the banks of the Isok River in Trekur.
Could the readings possibly be from some other type of structure?
According to our map, there are no visible man-made structures in the area.
That's suspicious.
I say, we go check it out.
And we're off, people.
I just realized something. You don't two-time your women.
That's because I can't juggle 2 relationships at the same time.
Aha! So you do have a faithful side, huh?
Give it a rest. That's not it at all.
Then why?
Their love for me is too fleeting. Much to my chagrin, they always end up leaving me for greener pastures.
You get dumped before you can start two-timing her.
Girls grow up so fast. I almost didn't recognize you.
Thank you so very much.
You're starting to look exactly like your mother. I wish she could see you now.
Pops, I wouldn't have been able to grow up like this if it wasn't for you. And Fiddly.
Is he making himself useful?
Of course he is. He's doing a great job protecting me.
That's good to hear. See to it he doesn't get into any trouble, will you?
Will do. You can leave him to me. This thought just crossed my mind, so let me ask you. Does research cost money?
Some, yes.
I thought so. First, think of how much money it takes to buy laboratory experiments. Now, think of all the patches you could buy with it instead. Seems like such a waste now, doesn't it?
Don't you mean new clothes, not patches for old ones?
Wait, you don't count money in terms of the patches you could buy with it?
Wow, Miki, you are a master miser.
War is truly abhorrent.
When you're shooting it out with an enemy fleet, you almost get used to the horror of taking lives. But in the end, it's the same thing.
You're right. I was disgusted that people could slaughter each other like this. But it's really no different from what we do.
Seeing as we're both in the military, we mustn't forget that we're responsible for scenes like this.
Sir.
Your son is a fine young man.
Thanks.
After spending time with him, I can see that he has your eyes. I can't express just how jealous I am that he has been put in charge of the training hall.
He's still very inexperienced.
But he'll shine brighter with some polishing.
Sometime, I'd like to see who shines brighter in combat. You or him.
It would be my pleasure to spar with him.
Considering their population level and resources, Trey-Kur has absolutely no chance of victory.
That's what common sense tells us.
Power makes people do strange things.
Are you guys gonna be okay, Emerson?
We'll have to watch what we do.
War is so tragic, isn't it?
I'm such an incredibly selfish person.
Why do you say that?
Here we are, surrounded by people who need help badly. Despite that, what have I been doing all this time? Thinking only of my goals. Of Relia.
You can't fix all the world's problems. In fact, even thinking you can would be arrogant. Giving your all for Relia is the only thing anyone could ask of you right now. It's hard to explain, but...
No, I understand. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for teaching me again today.
Your journey has made you stronger.
But still no match for you, Master.
Like I'd let you eclipse me.
You're unrelenting.
So, is he stronger now too?
I think that's something you should ask Fidel yourself.
I already know the answer, just by looking in your eyes. But I'd still like to hear it. So, how's the boy of late?
He's turned into a fine swordsman.
Oh, I see. That's good. And what about you then?
I've devoted myself to my training. There's no chance I won't live up to your expectations in this battle.
Make sure you don't overdo it, though. You're my apprentice, and I don't want to see you get hurt.
You are simply too kind.
If anything happens to me, I want you to look after the boy.
Don't say that. You'll be around to look after him yourself for years to come.
What exactly are the corrupt?
Let me explain. Regular animals such as wolves, birds, and so on are somehow imbued with marks resembling signets, which turns them into vicious beasts. The corrupt also carry diseases, I heard. At least, that's how people say the disease that killed my parents and Fidley's mother spread.
Would you like to find out if that was really the cause?
Ah, I never thought to find out, but maybe I do. To be honest, I may have been too preoccupied with the past. I need to be stronger and start looking ahead.
Ugh, you reek of alcohol.
This planet's awash in fine alcoholic beverages. Fruit wine, fermented liquors, and any other type you could ever want.
The climate around this area is mild, too.
Next to Trey-Kur's harsh environment, Rasulia is a veritable paradise. That's why conflicts break out.
It's not our fault that their land isn't fertile.
I know that all too well. We've been in the same position, too.
I wonder if I have too much muscle. Shaping up is great and all, but I don't want to get too bulky. I really think my arms look too much like a man's. My stomach muscles are getting more defined too, and my shoulders are a little broader than I'd like.
You look absolutely fine to me. I don't think you have anything to worry about.
You think so? I'm fine the way I am? Well, if you say it's okay, then I guess I'll stop worrying.
A dog.
Do you like dogs?
No. I see them as rivals.
Rivals? I'll just pretend I didn't hear that.
My budget's set. But what to spend it on? Something cute or something practical? Something cute or something practical? Something cute or something cute? I guess that settles it. Something cute for sure. It's so cute. What a miraculous coincidence. This splotch on the wall is adorable.
Really?
Can I ask you something? If someone gave you a stuffed animal, would that make you happy?
There's no doubt in my mind it would. I mean, I sleep with one every night.
Every single night? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a custom everyone has?
If they're like me, then probably.
So, then Captain Kenny? Delacroix? Victor? No. Even Commander Dean?
You don't believe in curses, do you, Anne?
Huh? Well,
Being a soldier, I guess it is weird that I worry about such things.
well, no. I don't personally believe in them, but I can see why a soldier who puts his life on the line would want luck on his side. There must be a lot of officers who are superstitious.
Thanks. Then I'll keep on doing things the way I have been.
Right.
Oh, that reminds me. My lucky color today is pink.
Thank you, Assistant Number 1. With this, I can finally complete my experiment. Yes, I've done it! I've proved the existence of alchemy! Huh? Did I scare you or something? Sorry about that. Wait, hear me out. I swear on my life I'm not lying. I raised a lot of money by claiming that I would make alchemy viable, but it didn't last. My research was really difficult, though. That part's the God's honest truth. At any rate, you saved my lab when I needed you the most. There's nothing like a skilled assistant when you're in a pinch. Yep. And now I can use my new alchemical technique to make mountains of gold. I'm such an idiot. I can't do anything right. What's this? Do I catch a whiff of a lady with a superior fashion sense? The shapely and amazingly dressed Assistant Number 3 makes an appearance. Take a gander at this accessory. Does it look like it's missing something to you? You already figured out how to improve it? That was quick! Wow, you want me to replace every single part? Oh, I spent 3 days and nights coming up with that design. Alright, Assistant Number 1, you'll be responsible for provisioning us with the parts. I shouldn't even have to ask, though. Of course you'll do it for us, won't you, Number 1?
Let's see, that makes, wow, 263. Amazing. So many different types of sweets, just in Rasulia alone. But that isn't nearly enough. No, I won't stop eating until I've had at least a bite of every last sweet in the world.
I can't believe there are 2 people in this world who are even stronger drinkers than I am.
You did all right yourself, you know.
I'm glad I got to see what a weird drunk you are, though.
I'm weird.
You started out as the same old perv, but the drunker you got, the more serious you got. I've never seen anyone like that. Now I know I can drink with you in peace.
Ah, so that's why you said earlier that we could go for drinks together, but not dinner.
Those kicks of yours are some of the best I've ever seen, Anne. Your military must have a strong tradition of martial arts.
I didn't actually learn that technique in the military. My grandmother taught me how to fight.
Oh.
Back in her day, my grandmother could knock a large tree down with a single kick.
That's very impressive.
Wow.
No, that's not my cat.
You're quite the drinker, right, Fiore?
Yes, and I especially love Rasulian fruit wine. I watch how much I drink, though, because I can't stand hangovers.
I see. Then I'll give you a drink that doesn't cause hangovers sometime.
What's it made of? Something that prevents you from getting drunk?
You're more interested in its ingredients than its flavor?
Yep. As long as I'll be all right the next day, you can count me in.
If you had to be stranded on a desert island with someone, who would you choose? Miki, Lady Brunelli, or Anne?
Anne, I suppose.
I completely agree. Her magic device has some truly amazing capabilities. We could possibly even use it to escape the island.
It's not the women who are important, but their skills?
How strange we should arrive at the same conclusion. Maybe it's because we're both trained in the Camus style.
What I wouldn't give to have my old man hear you say that.
Do you have a hangover?
Yes. That's what I get trying to keep up with Emerson. I can drink, but he's something else. I've never met anyone who can hold his liquor so well.
He certainly has a high tolerance for alcohol, but he's nothing compared to my grandmother.
Your grandma?
She would answer how much she could drink, not in bottles, but barrels.
Sorry, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Kitty! Here, Kitty! Where are you?
I'll help look for your cat, Anne, if you describe it for me.
It's cute.
Perhaps you could give me a few more details?
It's cute all over.
Yeah. Not helpful. Good luck with that.
I still make far too many wasteful movements.
Victor, you've been more than a help to us.
Maybe, but I'm afraid I might accidentally hurt someone behind me.
Don't worry, because that's what I'm here for. If anything happens, I can take care of it.
That's why I'm worried.
Wait, what? What exactly is that supposed to mean, huh?
I mean what I say. It would be all the more shameful to harm a female ally.
I'm fine. It's not like he doesn't trust me to do the job.
Hate to admit it, but I think I've put on weight.
Huh. You don't look like you have.
With such tight clothes, finding ones that fit after your body shape's changed must be tough.
Got that all covered. I have heaps of the same outfit in multiple sizes.
Heaps? Of that one outfit?
You know, while hitting on some women, I learned a lot of people think something's odd with this war.
Is that so?
For example, they're wondering how those advanced weapons appeared out of nowhere, and why Rasulia can't stand up to them.
And what does all this have to do with hitting on the locals?
Don't underestimate ordinary people. They already realize how peculiar it is that Rasulia has been upstaged, and by a nation with much less martial prowess, no less.
That still doesn't explain what this has to do with hitting on the locals.
This is incredible news, yes sirree. Gotta gather more intelligence.
Something is thirsting for blood. There it is.
What's wrong?
Come get some!
What are you doing, Victor? It's just a cat.
Don't stop me, Miki. This is something I have to do for myself.
Oh, wait, are you afraid of cats?
I'll let it slide for today. Count yourself lucky, cat.
You sound exactly like a sore loser.
This question's a little unfair, but please bear with me. Suppose you could only save one person right in front of you. Which of these two girls would you choose, Relia or Miki?
Relia.
Sorry for asking such a terrible question out of the blue like that, but it's the type of situation that occurs all the time on the battlefield.
True.
Still, your judgment is sound if you instinctively choose to protect a child. After all, the reason we fight is to usher in a brighter future. If you don't protect the children who are our future, then what's the point?
The climate here is delightful.
It sure is. You know, before I left Thal, I had no idea the weather could vary so much from place to place.
Which type of weather do you prefer? Hot or cold?
To be honest, I don't like either one.
Then perhaps it would behoove you to live in a place without 4 seasons.
Oh, you're right. I'd love it if every day was a warm spring one.
You're not much of an aesthete, are you?
I don't like the looks of this.
His skills are impressive. I wonder if he'd accept an offer to fight.
Victor, he's an old man. What are you talking about?
Please, don't be ridiculous, Miki. He's clearly the master of something.
Well, he looks like an ordinary old man to me. I think he might be deaf. I knew it. He's just an ordinary old guy.
So he thinks I'm not even worth glancing at, does he? Then I'll show him by training even harder.
What the?
Fidel, is it true that you and your father are avoiding each other?
It's not that we hate each other or anything. It's just that, as a public official, my father feels that it's his sworn mission to protect as many people as possible. He began teaching me swordsmanship from an early age. Imparting these skills to me was his own way of telling me to protect myself.
If that's the case, why can't the two of you get along better?
Things will change once he stops being a military advisor.
Good grief. Could those two be any more awkward?
Indulge me, Emerson. In your opinion, which planet of all the ones you've ever visited had the tastiest food?
Food. Let me see. On one planet I went to about 6 years ago, I had some steak that was green. I don't know what animal the meat came from, but I do remember that it was very juicy and delicious.
Green steak.
I was trying to make you appalled, but you seriously want to eat green steak?
I envy you so much. I really want to go to space sometime. You like alcohol and women, right? If you also like gambling, you'd take the Triple Crown.
I hate to admit it, but I do like to gamble too. So I guess I do deserve the crown.
Men are always ready to throw down whatever's in their pockets, it seems.
I don't do that kind of gambling. At least not the kind with money, that is. I'm talking high stakes. I bet my life.
That statement doesn't make you sound as stunning as you think it does. Hey, did a strange man approach and start talking to you just a moment ago?
Yes. He said I looked familiar and asked if I would like to go out to eat with him.
Ah, so he was trying to pick you up. You better be careful.
Doesn't picking up women involve direct physical contact?
Who's been filling your head with this nonsense? Emerson, I bet. When will that degenerate ever stop?
I must say, that game you taught me is quite interesting.
Do you mean Polypong?
Yes. It's both fun and incredibly strategic.
So what exactly is this Polypong?
An interesting game.
But what kind of game?
Could you tell me some more about Hana?
Her father is a doctor at a hospital in Rasulia. Also, though she may not look it, she can be rather forceful.
Yeah, that's true. People who are good at healing are often like that, aren't they?
Hana is such a credit to us that Sometimes I feel she's wasted on me.
Hey, why don't you introduce me to this Hana?
Keep your hands off her or you'll regret it.
Relax, I'm kidding. It's a joke, ha ha ha. No need to stare.
Something's been bothering me to no end.
What is it?
I tried washing my clothes by hand just the way Miki does, but my white clothes always turn color. Do you think maybe there's some kind of signaturgical or perhaps even metaphysical phenomenon that causes this chromatic intermingling?
Miki! Anne doesn't even know about colors bleeding in the wash! Can you teach her how to wash clothes?
This necklace with the teardrop charm would suit Miki perfectly. And this grandiose ring just screams Fiore from all angles.
Hey, what are you looking at?
Accessories. Out of everything here, what do you think I should get, Fidel?
There's no question. The cat earrings, of course.
He likes the same things as me. I'm so happy.
Nope, that's not it.
What song is that?
It's a song that used to be popular long ago. Don't you know it? No, that's not it. Oh, I wish I could remember how it went.
Hey, are you all right?
Oh, sorry. I was deep in concentration.
On what exactly?
I'm memorizing all the tenets of basic signaturgical theory. Whew! If you want to stay sharp, you have to keep using your brain. Ergo, I was performing a bit of mental maintenance.
So, studying and fighting are the same in that respect.
What is it about cats you like so much?
I like how they're usually cool and aloof, but then they suddenly come over to you for attention, kind of sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour?
It's a figure of speech. Cats often seem to be in a sour mood, but under the right conditions, they'll suddenly get sweet on you.
Oh, I see. You mean like Victor.
Victor? Really? I don't know. Maybe he is?
That inn last night was downright scary, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, no doubt about it.
What was scary?
There were 3 of them on my bed, just staring at me.
I only had the ghost of some old lady on mine.
Oh no. Of all the things you could possibly talk about, you had to choose that? That conversation didn't happen. You just imagined it.
Whoops.
That inn last night was downright scary, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I had 3 on mine practically floating on top.
I only had the 1 on mine, but still.
I thought I was gonna die. The clams in that seafood dish were so good.
How dare you! I was scared.
The animals on this planet are tough. They're a pain in my neck.
It's not like you to complain, Captain.
Hey, do you want to hear something funny? I just saw a small insect go inside your shirt. Just kidding. I scared you, didn't I?
Next time you try something like that, I'm using electric fists on you. Expect no mercy.
Ah, duly noted.
Aren't you coming into contact with the locals a bit more than necessary?
This is a chance to learn about a new culture. How can my intellectual curiosity not be piqued?
Oh, is it intellectual curiosity that makes you ask any woman you see out to dinner?
No. I'm just caught up in experiencing life on a faraway planet firsthand.
Your excuses are starting to give me a headache.
You know, Lieutenant, I'm still your superior officer.
Oh, save it.
Shutting up.
Captain, I'm picking up a small spike in those unknown energy waves.
Where's the source?
In this vicinity, apparently.
I don't see anything.
I'll retrace the wave's path.
Anne, have you found any hints yet?
Sorry, nothing of note. Please inform me if you discover any aberration in the landscape, no matter how insignificant it may seem.
Hey, this must be... Anne!
The unidentified energy in this spot is at the maximum magnitude that can be recorded.
That's a pretty massive reading. But there's no semblance of a building here.
Perhaps the facility is below ground, and they transport themselves into and out of it.
That makes sense. Although, if the transport system were to break down, they'd be buried alive. Therefore, there has to be an emergency exit.
We can't rule out the possibility that it's optically cloaked, so I'll try hacking the system once I find the nexus of these waves.
Do it.
This area is too wide open. We'll be seen if we stay here much longer. Wait for that.
Anne, you almost done?
In a bit, sir.
We need to buy Anne some time to finish.
Get up,
Anne!
In the name of the General!
Leave this to me.
Just a little bit.
If you think you're so strong, try to withstand this!
Captain, you have access.
Everyone, dive inside the doorway!
I knew this had to be Kronos' lair.
All these corrupt? So, those were Kronos' doing as well?
What in Vestille is with this bizarre place?
I don't have enough information to say for certain. Let's keep moving.
No. I can't believe they'd...
Your face tells me you knew about this.
No,
How much do you know exactly?
All I can say to that is, I'm sorry.
Relia!
That's not her. Look a little closer.
You're right, it's not. But they're so similar. How is this possible?
Getting data on Relia is our top priority. To do that, we'll need to press on.
This might do the job.
Try it.
Someone's coming.
Behold!
Such a thing.
Don't worry. We're immaculate. Blind.
All right, then. Anne, finish up as soon as possible.
Bring it on, you hunts of junk!
I have to say, the fact that we're backed into a corner here is none too pleasing.
It's gonna take a little more time. Just be patient.
Get ready for some pain! You handle this! You handle this! I got work! I got work!
Done yet, Anne?
If you think you're so strong, try to withstand this!
The security system on this is net. At least that's proof of how important this facility is.
I hate to interrupt your fun, but hurry it up. Great job.
Everyone, please follow my lead. Quickly now.
What's going on? Another trap?
Relia's here.
She's here inside this laboratory?
Yes, she is. 1 floor below us.
Relia!
My word! What happened to your hair? How could anyone do something like this to a young girl? It's entirely unforgivable.
But at least she's safe. Don't worry. You're okay now.
It's like she's reverted to her previous self.
If I were abducted and imprisoned in some underground facility, I'd act the same way. Who wouldn't be traumatized by that? Let's get to know each other again. No pressure.
I don't mean to cut your reunion short, but this place isn't safe. Let's get out of here.
Please, hold on a second.
A tracking chip.
I won't make that mistake again.
Let's go.
All right.
Captain, in addition to the emergency exit through which we came, there appear to be transport devices located on each and every floor of this complex.
Great. Fidel, get on finding one of those transporters. We'll get out of this hellhole yet.
Do you think that Kronos is after Relia because they think she personally is important to them? It isn't just her power they want, is it?
My guess is they don't even see her as a human being.
Don't get mad at Anne now. She's only telling the truth. I know the way she put it might have been a bit cold, but it's not as if she agrees with him.
I'm not mad. I just couldn't help myself when I got to thinking about...
Thinking about what?
that if Relia were able to get her signets removed, then maybe these people would lose interest in her.
Ah, like expunction?
Expunction?
People are not born with signaturgical powers. In fact, no one can use a signet until it is imbued by another. Conversely, there's also a technique to remove them. Such removal is termed expunction.
We don't want this power. Not one bit.
Did she say we?
The Institute has the necessary equipment, and they'll let me use it.
It's a long road from Eastern Tracur to Santarol. I advocate getting everything we need here first, after which we can head out. Does that sound good to everyone?
It sounds great.
Master.
Well now, what is the issue with supplies?
That won't be a problem.
Treatment of the wounded?
Our medical corps is seeing to them, but no soldiers are too injured to...
No, I was speaking of the townspeople.
Oh, of course you were. I'll have the medical corps look at them right away.
Master, your son has...
Now's not the time.
Let me just say he's performing admirably.
That's good to hear. Now, if you have nothing further, I'll be going.
I don't, sir.
Well, I bet Relia is quite pooped from that big adventure. How about we go back to the inn and get some rest? What an idea!
I'm not very tired.
You just haven't noticed yet. Come on now, let's get you to bed.
I must be anxious or something. Maybe a breath of fresh air would do me some good.
Who's there? What are you doing out this late?
That's my line.
I talked to Victor earlier. He told me you become quite the swordsman.
You've never praised me before.
Yes, I have. You've just forgotten.
No, I'd never. All you ever did was get mad at me.
That's so now. What's gonna happen with that little girl?
We're still not sure, but one thing is, we're gonna give it all we've got to keep her safe.
To think that I'd hear you talk about protecting people. That statement is proof that you're now able to care for those around you, to think of people other than yourself. The desire to shelter the weak from danger is one that blossoms in all people eventually. and it seems it has now blossomed in you, son. I'd say you've grown into a fine example of a man.
Something here's wrong. Find Victor immediately and tell him to go on reconnaissance. Then go back to your friends and help them prepare for the worst. Got it?
Got it. Hey, Victor! My dad wants you to go on reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance? He said that? I'll gather my subordinates and leave right away.
Uh-oh. Is this some sort of...
Fiddly!
It isn't Kronos, is it?
We're under attack! The enemy's upon us!
We're out.
Since we've opened this can of worms, time to get down and dirty.